Miami Beach is a coastal resort like no other, a mecca for beautiful people, sun, and celebration. It's got an unmistakable energy that seeps out of every inch of its world-renowned waterfront. Here, dolphins share the waterways with ships of all sizes as they head out to the Atlantic Ocean. And for the homes facing the water, the views are second to none. One of the most epic waterfront mansions is so dramatic, even Hollywood came calling. Emilio Vega is the driving force behind this tricked-out estate that exudes sex appeal from its infinity edge pool to its 360-degree views that stretch beyond the bay and all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Between the main house and an attached guest apartment, it has 7 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. This over-the-top opulence is one reason why Kim and Kourtney Kardashian made this their crash pad for a season of their hit show.
They filmed the show here, they lived here, and from what I understand, they had a great time here.
And who wouldn't in this masterpiece of a home right on the water? Emilio and his wife Deborah spent 5 years getting it exactly right. With all of the rooms surrounding a central courtyard, it has the vibe of a Mediterranean villa. And all of it, the giant living room built for entertaining, the huge eat-in kitchen, and the family room are designed to take advantage of those epic views. The entire back of the house opens out onto Biscayne Bay in North Miami, Florida.
We named the house Palazzo di Mare, which is an Italian palace of the sea.
It's deserving of the name. All 16,500 square feet of it, including 5,000 on terraces and balconies, all of which face the water. And with the infinity edge pool rising above the bay, this is a home designed to take full advantage of its waterfront location. It's a one-of-a-kind, says Emilio's friend and real estate expert, Jill Hertzberg.
This property is very unusual because he has over 350 feet of wide bay, unobstructed views. So the views are killer. From every room, no matter where you are, it's like, wow, the water's unbelievable. And you get to see sunrise and sunset here because the house faces east, south, and west, so you get it all.
Emilio knows the sea well and recognizes he can't have paradise without storm protection. His masterpiece sits on the front lines of high winds and hurricanes, and with a young family, he refused to leave anything to chance.
The most important thing in building the house for me was having a structure that will withstand a hurricane.
The home is anchored in concrete, tons and tons of it.
We have a 12-inch concrete joist with a 4 3/4-inch topping above it, and this is what we have on every single floor, floor by floor, first floor, second floor, and the roof structure as a whole.
Emilio drove concrete columns 26 feet into the ground and created basement walls that are designed to break apart during a storm surge, so rising water can pass through the lower level without damaging the upper floors.
So in essence, the house had to be built on stilts. Once these walls collapse, the water goes underneath the structure and the entire house is supported with the actual concrete column.
The structure of the home took 18 months to build. The interior, another 2.5 years, starting with the grand vision that kept growing.
My wife and I, we were sitting in a restaurant and we got a piece of napkin and we drew it up in a napkin.
Emilio wanted the home to capture the elegance of Florida in the 1920s and designed it to wow visitors from the minute they walked in the front door.
When you come into the house, you see the widest bay view. It, in essence, creates an illusion with the infinity edge jacuzzi, which in turn goes into the infinity edge pool, which in turn gives you the optical illusion of going into Biscayne Bay.
Just off the patio inside the house, Emilio created a massive living room. But the star of this show is a travertine mantle that Emilio imported from Turkey. This work of art had to be lowered by crane into the courtyard because it weighs well over 1,000 pounds.
And 8 men had to raise it up. It comes in 3 pieces, the 2 side columns, and then, of course, the mantle piece on top.
Despite its Mediterranean vibe, this is a home designed for a family, and Emilio insisted on comfort without sacrificing style or the tiniest detail. In the kitchen and all throughout the house, Emilio would settle for nothing less than the old-fashioned look of terracotta. He framed the tiles with Florida keystone or coral stone, which contains fossils more than 1 million years old.
They cut the slabs to whatever size you need, and it creates the red to white effect.
Upstairs, all 5 bedrooms are designed to showcase the bay, especially the master suite with double French doors and something even a Kardashian could love. Not 1, but 2 gigantic closets, one for her and one for him. There are 6 bathrooms on the 2nd floor, including 2 master baths, one with a jacuzzi and each with its own shower that doubles as a steam room. And being right on the water means Emilio can cast off from a dock in his own backyard for an afternoon of deep-sea fishing with the guys or a weekend getaway with the family.
We go, if we want to shoot to the Bahamas, we're 2 hours away.
Palazzo di Mare is an epic estate, but what matters most to the man who built it is celebrating this truly one-of-a-kind location.
Seeing Biscayne Bay is completely breathtaking, to say the least. Every morning we have dolphins feeding right there. So for my wife and my kids, it's spectacular. It's South Florida living at its best.
This palace on the sea is super luxurious and super strong. But what does it cost to get the best of both worlds? The royal price tag, coming up next. The Palazzo di Mare beach house in Miami lives up to its name, Palace of the Sea. It's the ultimate in superstar luxury, yet it's strong enough to withstand a hurricane. The price for a mansion that can stand the test of time? A resilient $14.5 million.